Oh wait, we gotta scale it back down. Okay. Welcome back to another tarot energy forecast with me, Tatianna Tarot. If you're new, what up? I'm so happy to have you here. I have flipped the script last week for our first week? Our first reading? Yes, I think it actually technically was our first reading for the month, theoretically. And you can find me here every Sunday-Monday, giving you the heads up on what to expect for the week ahead, month ahead, however you want to take the material and resonate with it. I do tarot pulls, I channel, and I'm a diviner. And so I give you insight on what Spirit wants you to know. And the way that I do this weekly is by elemental signs. So if you are watching this, please quickly give me a like and subscribe if you want to watch more of this material. I'm so excited to have you guys here with me. Thank you so much. You can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. There are no rules technically as to how you can watch this. So if you want to watch it for other planets or whatever, please be my guest. But I will be reading, fire, earth, water, and air signs, and letting you know what the energy is for this week ahead. And again, as I mentioned before, maybe it's for the week ahead, maybe it's for the month ahead. The information can trickle in and permeate in other ways, so just stay open. Okay, so church announcements for this week. I am doing this reading for Monday, January 15th, all the way to Sunday, January 21st. All right, so we are doing it within that time frame. But church announcements are I have re-released my Akashic Record course, the Akashas, okay, the Akasha. And so if you have been interested in learning how to read your Akashic Records, learning how to read the Akashic Records for other people, places, things, environments, plants, animals, past life regression, timeline jumping, intergenerational healing with your ancestors, accessing higher frequencies and downloading that to accelerate your life, to cleanse, to heal, and to alchemize your life, this is the course for you. The course is already ready and set, so as soon as you start, as soon as you pay for it, you can start right away, okay? So I am having that being re-released as you speak, so you can go grab it, link down below. And there is also a monthly plan. Right now, the course is at a discounted rate, a sale that is on for until February 1st, child, I can't speak, until February 1st, and then it goes back to its original price. Okay, so you have a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks to take advantage of that. But also, I think that's it, actually. That's all I needed to bring to y'all. So let's get into this. We're going to be focusing on fire signs. Great Spirit, what do fire signs need to know for this week, January 15th all the way to the 21st? What do fire signs need to be aware of? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, fire signs. So a card just flew out. That is not uncommon. And this is really interesting. We are getting some similar cards. I don't know if this is the same from last week or not, but we are getting some similar cards. So let me just give me additional feedback here, Spirit, on fire signs. So what do we got going on? Hey now, I don't know if you guys are feeling the energy yet, if it's shifted for you, if it's still permeating and kind of marinating inside of you. But there is definitely a sensation of things that are about to explode and expand in the best of ways. It's probably brewing up inside of you as we speak. It's probably something that you can sense, but not necessarily discern what area of your life it's going to be hitting you or how it's going to be hitting you. But it's gonna be happening, child. So anyway, the card that flew out for you fire signs is the Ace of Pentacles. And all aces kind of speak on sudden epiphanies, sudden manifestations, sudden conjurings that now appear in your physical reality. This is a blessing. This is an opportunity. This is a chance happening. This is synchronicity. This is a gift from source. As you can see, there's like a hand being extended out to you from thin air, basically. Abracadabra, poof, here you go. And the way in which the Ace of Pentacles can manifest, Pentacles being a sign or an element of earth that is pertaining to the material realm, this could be a new job offering, a bonus, a new idea to spark a job, a new resource, a new home, expanding the home, expanding the family, new ideas to market yourself, to market your business, ways to generate money that you just didn't anticipate. Could be literal money falling into your lap, or money that was unclaimed that you now claim and find, or it finds you. It could even be a movie, a book, a suggestion that you apply into your life that now enhances the way that you receive abundance and wealth in your life. It is making something out of thin air into reality. And so this is a really excellent card. It's a card of achievement. It's a card of manifestation. It is a card of landing and anchoring those desires into reality and having it at the palm of your hand. And again, we need to expand on the ways that we perceive wealth and abundance and financial gain. Could be in those areas. It could also be in the areas of relationship. It could be in the areas of seeing yourself gain wins in your health, gain wins in your mindset. You know, this could essentially be you discovering that if you think a certain way or you do this morning routine, it is providing these X, Y, and Z results that are helping you thrive, you know, that are giving you tangible results that are bringing success into your life. Or it could be someone that is recommending a book, a course, a class, a meditation that you take that is now bringing in some sort of abundance and expansion, that is improving your life, that is up-leveling your life, that is making you feel more worthy, that is making you feel more expensive, more luxurious, more like people should be investing in you a little bit more. What's coming in right now for you fire signs is you might want to consider raising your rates. If you are an entrepreneur or you're just about to launch something, you might want to reconsider, where can I raise my rates? Even if you haven't put it out into the ethers yet, there is something about you feeling maybe not necessarily qualified, but you being actually overqualified, and you feeling like there may be imposter syndrome. And so you're kind of dimming down your light, or you're dimming down your skill set and your services. And this, again, this could apply to entrepreneurs, right? Or it could apply to those that actually have a 9-to-5 job, are working for someone. And it may be time for you to decide that this is the year that I'm going to ask for a raise, or this is the year that I am going to apply for that higher position, or this is the year that I am going to do this side job that's going to make me 30K more this year, right? Something of the sort. This is literally about putting yourself out there, going ahead and grabbing it. There is gain here for you to have and achieve and to receive, but only if you feel worthy of having it. The message that's coming with this is you don't have to be divinely appointing yourself. You don't have to qualify yourself. You've been qualified by God. You have been qualified by source. You have been qualified by your ancestors. You have been qualified by your elevated guides. You've been qualified by the Creator. And so if they gave you this gift and talent, if they gave you this desire, if they gave you this idea, then why are you sitting on it? Why are you holding yourself back? Why are you second guessing them? Not only yourself, why are you second guessing them, right? And so for whomever that message is, it's really time for you to put yourself ahead and put yourself first, and not necessarily think about the opinions and the desires of other people, but what is it that I want? How can I envision myself winning? How can I envision myself thriving? How would I change if I had this right now? And again, I just have to reiterate, whether it's that ideal relationship, whether it's asking for more in a relationship, whether it's asking for more from your friends, whether it is the desire to up-level your apartment, your home, or maybe even go and try for that grant. Go and try for that scholarship, even if you think you're not qualified. You would be surprised. There's a lot of money circulating out there, and it's just waiting for it to land in your lap. There's money with your name on it, waiting for you to just say, I'm worthy, I'm here, I'm claiming it, it's mine, I'm gonna go for it. It is really that easy. Okay, so we have that. Whether again, gotta reiterate, whether that's in the realm of finances, whether it's in the realm of health, whether it's in the realm of relationships or well-being in other areas, it's here, it is for you. Now, not only are you getting the Ace of Pentacles, you are also getting the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, which is this character right here. This is a soft landing. This is a Casanova. This is a Romeo. This is all of those classical characters that we hear about, we read about when it comes to sensuality, when it comes to romance, when it comes to the romantic deliverer or whatever. Knight of Cups brings things into our world. It is an energy that is ushering newness, but it's ushering a sense of emotional well-being, a sense of deep sensitivity and intimacy, a sense of hope and dreaming and fantasy and relishing in possibility. And so when we see the Knight of Cups, anything is possible. We are really dwelling in the realm of dreams. We're like the realm of possibilities, the void, where Creator lives, right? Think about, if you could take a moment to stop and envision metaphorically, where would Creator live? Would they live in a castle in the sky? Would it be its own kingdom? Would it be a throne in the clouds? You know, where would they reside, and where would they get their ideas to create from? If you're pulling from the void and bringing it into reality, the Knight of Cups is saying that there is sweetness for you here. You are, this week isn't so much about heavy labor, fire signs. This week isn't so much about being a control freak and trying to figure out how the pieces will fall into place. It's more about allowing yourself to soften, romanticizing your present moment, romanticizing the many rituals in your life that allow you to enjoy the life that you currently have as you're asking for more or as you're working towards something higher. How do you soften your landing? How do you soften the little moments instead of allowing your mind to run rampage and to take over your free spirit, right? Rather than playing and indulging and resting and visualizing and really taking the time to think about the nuances of what is it that you want next and how would you like to feel. And if you were to have your dream house or space, an apartment, how would it feel? What would it look like? What would the colors be like? What would the furniture be like? If you were to have your dream body, what would you be eating? What would you be wearing? How would you look like? How would you feel like? What would you be doing? If you had your dream relationship, so on and so forth. It's giving yourself time to know yourself intimately at this particular chapter, especially at the beginning of this year, to be able to clarify what pieces will fall into place a little bit later on in the year that gives you one step ahead in those desires. Knight of Cups, it's saying you're getting those desires delivered to you. You're getting it in the dream world. You're getting it in the realm of fantasy. So pay attention to what you listen to. Pay attention to what you watch. Pay attention to the TV shows or the comfort shows that you're drawn to. Pay attention to the movies. Pay attention to the celebrities. Pay attention to the clothes. Pay attention to your desires, okay? Pay attention to your womb. Pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to what you feel called to, because this is vital information for you right now. You are filling your cup up with what it is that your soul is requesting from you now, what it is that you really want for yourself, so that the circumstances, the opportunities, the situations, the experiences, and the events can now all cater around that solar, central, pulsating heartbeat that you just formulated, the heartbeat of your desire. Everything else can circulate around that now that you've gotten yourself clear. Knight of Cups says you're very, very fertile. Fire signs. And you want to make sure that this is not only fertility in terms of physical fertility, although it can be for a lot of you guys. So if you do not want a baby, make sure that you are taking care of yourself and having protective measures of that. It can also mean fertility in other areas of your life. Everything is expanding, and it's expanding rather rapidly. So the waiting time is being minimized more and more. Whereas maybe years ago or maybe months ago, you feel like you needed to wait a longer time, and now you feel like the days are going by faster. You feel like the manifestations are happening faster, or that you're getting signs towards it faster. And so with the Knight of Cups is attend to the soil. What is it? Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to fantasize. Allow yourself to do the vision boards. If you're a vision boarding queen, go ahead and vision board. I'm not a vision board mommy. I just not, well, lies. I love Pinterest. I feel Pinterest is a little different than vision boarding, because for me, vision boarding is a little laborious. I don't want to be cutting shit. I don't want to have to pick up 5011 magazines, which are hard to find already. I don't want to print shit out from the printing stuff. No, I just want to have it all in one thing. And I could put it on my tablet, I could put it on my phone, I could put it on my computer, I can print it out if I want to. It's already giving me, the algorithm is giving me more ideas that I couldn't even think about. And so it's really easy peasy. You can have multiple boards for what it is that you want. But there is the visual process of Pinteresting, and then there is the actual alchemizing process, the activation step, which is feeling what it is that you are visualizing, right? And so give yourself that time to be in your feelings. Give yourself that time this week to be able to process if there's anything coming up for you that feels like it's resisting what you desire. If you're like, oh, Source, I want this in my cup. I would love this experience or this, and I get to have it because I'm worthy. Pay attention if there's something in you that's like, well, only those type of people want that, or people are going to judge you if you get that, or you're going to look stupid if you get that, or it's not going to come easy. Just pay attention to that. That too is going to cue you in on the belief systems that you currently have. That is a direct reflection of what you feel you deserve and how you open you are to receiving this, right? It's gonna be food for you to clear out. It's an obstacle in the road energetically that you're gonna want to clear out, right? Because as we can see with the Ace of Pentacles, things are coming your way, fire signs, and it's coming with the quickness. I think this is saying really less is more. Less is more. And the manifestation doesn't come from doing. The manifestation comes from feeling and from dreaming and from resting and from being. So again, I will highly recommend y'all revisiting the art of the art of sensuality, revisiting the energetics of opulence, revisiting any of the material in my Possess Spirit, any of the clearing activations, the psychic meditations, the Akashic record guided meditations, the timeline jumping meditations, the divination session, anything that is going to help you do the inner work, the inner alchemy, shifting to remove those boulders, those blockages, those false limitations, and those false ideas that make you feel like you can't have it, so that you can smooth on down that river. You want to be like a river. Oh, you want to be like a river, okay? You want to say what problems? What are problems? Don't have them, don't know them. They're already resolved for me before I even encounter them. What is it? Okay, so it is deeply communicating, resting in your femininity to the extent that you can, because it is a learning process. We have been conditioned to do the most and to normalize doing the most. So now you need to normalize doing the least. And this is also nuanced, because that doesn't mean put your foot off the gas and just completely forget your responsibilities and other things that are happening. I think this is a very balanced approach of what this may look and feel like for you. Not everyone is going to approach it the same way. You can start with, again, romanticizing your life, normalizing more pleasure in your life, deepening that pleasure, taking more time with sitting with yourself and feeling the feelings that arise, and just observing them, and being curious and inquisitive as to why these feelings are showing up to begin with, right? But also being gentle and soft. Drinking lots of water, working with the water element. As a fire sign, you're quite literally being told to do the antithesis. You're being told to calm down, surrender, soften up, cool down. So eating cooling foods, being around cooling colors, whether it's white, green, blue, purple, these colors can have a really good effect in you regulating the nervous system, and you releasing anything that's going to hype you up. And finally, last but not least, actually that's a lie, because there's one more I wanted to talk about. You fire signs have the death card. And the death really talks about a release. It talks about a release. It talks again about surrendering, because the death is also a beginning as much as it is as an ending. And it gives way to the rising of the horizon, the sunrise. And so if you are able to clear what is not yours, get really intimate on what your spirit is, what source is, what your guides are, you can feel into your future. You can get a sense of the energy of your future and what's popping into your field, what you need to do to get ready for that. Guidance that is coming through to help you, resources that are coming through faster to help you. Again, these are all tools and techniques that you could do in your Akashic records, that is already laid out for you in my course. All right, really take advantage of that. And a lot of us might need to do, the death also pertains to the muertos. It pertains to our ancestors. It pertains to antepasados, like those, our ancestors, those that came before us, right? And so it may deal with, I see a closing of the book on a past story. The closing of a chapter. Maybe there was this ancestor that had this karmic cycle that repeated, and generationally, until it found you, and it did repeat itself generationally until you decided this shit ain't gonna repeat no more. This could very much be a time where, all right, you're being acknowledged that you've done the work. You're being acknowledged and celebrated that you've closed a chapter. But as you have closed the chapter on an old story that you focus so much on healing and clearing, you now need to give yourself permission to be, permission to play, permission to receive, permission to indulge, permission to be pleasurable and to be pleased by the universe, through the universe, from the universe, and whatever the universe wants to bring you for your pleasure, to be able to recreate or summon, create, not recreate, summon and create with the creator your new chapter that you're just getting out of. You're getting out of an old and you're stepping into a new chapter that you have never experienced before. And you may be still in this limbo land, and this is a period for you to dream. That is just the best way to say it. Dream, invoke, have fun, live your highest timeline. In every moment you should be intending to live in the highest timeline of that moment and not perpetually falling back on old timelines old ways of thinking, old ways of feeling, old ways of being, but reaching for a new feeling. A new character development is happening for you. What is the character you are shifting into? What are the new people coming into your life? What are the new experiences? What are you looking like for this new chapter? What does your character get to do in this new chapter? There's so many things that have come to a close for you. Or maybe this is the year where it is definitively, you're tying up the loose ends and really closing things, but you can still simultaneously enter a new storyline, a new plot as you're doing that, right? Here you've got foundations and achievements. It seems like things are balanced. It seems like what you've worked so hard to achieve is here. It's here. I don't even think it's around the corner. It's here. You're worthy. You don't need to do much. You are worthy. And it's like, I have arrived with this family. You also have a team of ancestors, maybe some that have not really been worked with. Maybe the ones that have arrived in their timeline that are waiting to help you. Maybe even more from a very futuristic standpoint. Very future ancestors that you can timeline jump and receive guidance from. And ask, I need these energies. Download it into me. I need to reclaim this in my lineage. That is this gift. Download it into me. Help me remember. Again, that is something we do in the Akashic Record course. But so many ways we can approach that, right? So fire, this was a long reading, fire signs. Let's get into water signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Water signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on, water? Water signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for the energy of this week? Water signs. I feel like this week and the month ahead leading up until mid-February, because that is the timeline I'm getting. So this week, month ahead up until mid-February, you are going to get a lot thrown at your plate. And it is going to be exciting. It may feel like you are in an adventure movie. What I'm getting is it's giving Indiana Jones, is giving the Goonies, is giving you need to make decisions on the spot. And every decision that you make is leading to a new and unexplored path. You really need to know who you are. You really need to know what you stand for. You really need to make decisions. When I say a decision, it's not a choice from A or B. It's a choice on what do I want from my life, and anything else that ain't that, I'm not going for it. I don't care if 11 people believe in that thing and I'm the only one that doesn't believe in it. I'm not going for it. I know my worth. I know what I am claiming. I know what I am calling in. This week, for some of you, and I don't know if it's because we've got a moon coming up again, or what's going on, water signs, but your spirits are calling you attention to some sort of transition in your life. You're getting the Knight of Swords. This is the first card. This is very much, hello, I'm trying to grab your attention. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This could come in the form of threes. When you see three of something, pause, connect with yourself. Ask, what is this revealing to me? Feel in your body the first sensations, first inclinations, first impressions, and go with that. Okay, Spirit is saying you could see numbers 888, 555, 777, 666, 444. You can see a repetition of animals. You can get a sign, a message in a dream. You could be watching something and someone says something that captures your attention. You can hear a song in your head that comes out of nowhere, or a song plays in the radio that seems to answer something. You could be reading something in a book that grabs your attention. The point is that you want to be open to receive these messages this week, because there's a lot of incoming messages trying to steer you in the path and the direction that is for your highest. We have a multitude of timelines, a multitude of paths. That don't mean that all of them are going to be the best for you, or that all of them are going to be the most glorious, the most fun. We want the most easeful, the most pleasurable, the most fun, the most aligned path for you. And that does require some decisions. Okay, because what Spirit is telling me is a lot of you guys, water sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus, are in some sort of emotional crossroads. May not be literal. That means sometimes externally your life may be looking Gucci, things may be going well, but internally there is something that you may have been avoiding, resisting, or ignoring, and the red flags have been in your face. I'm hearing that they have been in your face. I'm hearing that the red flags are going to get louder for you to be able to tune in and make a decision as to who you are and what path you want to take. We're seeing this with the Six of Swords, which chances are you're going to have to leave something, someone, somewhere. You're going to have to leave it behind. Why? Because it's not on the same level as you. This transition is saying, are we going to dim our light? Are we going to go backwards because we are entertaining something that just isn't really for us? It's not the best for us. Maybe it's filling an addiction, a need, because you don't necessarily think you're worthy of something better. You don't necessarily think that you can have something better. Or maybe you're just so tired that you're willing to just get the crumbs. And Spirit is saying, There is also a guide that is literally right behind you or has been around you and may have been that force that is yelling at you to wake up. It's either knocking things over in your life, it's bringing people into your life, it's taking people away, or it may be literally causing some sort of havoc or drama. And you're like, why am I dealing with these people? Like, what's going on? Why am I dealing with this energy that I'm so over with, but people keep on coming to me with the same energy or the same situation? And Spirit is like, you need to elevate up out of it. That is not something for you to entertain anymore. You need to make a decision on what you will accept and what you will not accept in your life anymore. And that really does come to emotional boundaries, energetic boundaries. You are leveling up, and your leveling up is actually very symbolic for certain members in your ancestral lineage that were unable to do so or did so out of trauma and tragedy. Now you have the privilege to do so in a space of peace and prosperity, but your mindset and your energy is holding you back to something that is causing drama or causing a story that just isn't really for you. And you need to sit back and think about that, because you are not necessarily clear on what's up ahead for you. You know that by releasing that, by choosing something better, by aligning yourself with something better, by choosing yourself, something that exceeds your expectations and is beyond your imagination is going to arise, but you still need to kind of select what that is for you. You don't know what that is yet. And so with the Seven of Cups, this is choices, this is timelines, this is possibilities, this is options. And what you don't want to do is, as you free yourself up from these old cords, you're not clear on what it is that you want. So you stay open and you find yourself tying back up to the same cord again, but in a different energy form. It could be the same person that you just released, but a different face, different age, different profession, but same kind of situation. It could be the same environment, just energetically, but a different place. You know what I'm talking about. So this energy for you this week is getting clear on what your light requires for survival. What you most deserve. Are you settling for the bare minimum? Are you just going with the flow that benefits someone else rather than yourself? I think for you, water signs, too much water is here. Too much air and too much water, which means you need some earth element and fire element. Okay? So whether that is some sort of consistent ritual, could be journaling to filter out your ideas, to map out your desires. What do I want this area of my life to look like? What do I want this area of my life to look like? What do I want most desire? Or channeling, hearing from your guides, hearing from those elevated ancestors in terms of what they want to bring into your life. You're getting conflict and defeat. They don't want you to walk down that same road again. This crossroads is a test for you. Are you going to devolve or are you going to evolve? It is like there's a higher version of you and there's a lower version of you, and the lower version of you can simply show up as complacency, as I am going to settle for the bones instead of settling for the whole poultry. Right? I'm going to settle for the bones because the bones are what's here for me right now, because I can't possibly figure out or envision what it is I want or what's there for me out. You need to create it. You need to call it forth. You need to conjure it from the light. You need that clarity. That means you need to take some time to sort out these pathways and start seeing what's in those cups for you. Start feeling. Which the earth element is going to help ground you. Earth element, I mean, it could be literally be yoga. It can literally be eating a nourishing, grounding meal. Talking to a friend that brings you down to earth, that is unbiased. And then the fire element may just be you doing a ritual with fire, a candle. I see a lot of you guys doing candles after you've gotten yourself grounded and ready and clear. You directed that fire and that air energy clear. You've heard the messages coming through. You're like, okay, this is what I need to do to transition out of this oldness, to get out of this crossroads. This is what I'm calling forth in the other side of the crossroads. This is what I want. This is the rest I'm not privy to. I have tunnel vision for this. That's what I want. Then you can go ahead and do a candle ritual on it, or sex magic on it. Okay? So I'm getting that for you guys. But I am getting very much an ancestor that is... They're like breathing down your neck, and I think they're doing it in a calm and gentle way. Could be passive way, but they're there. There is a guy that is really trying to steer the boat in the opposite direction. I don't think this is self-sabotage. I don't think this is anything dramatic or drastic, but I do feel like you have been in this rendezvous for some time, and Spirit is like, time to wrap this up. Let's not wallow in the same waters. There's new oceans that we need to put you in. Earth signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Earth signs for January 15th all the way to the 21st. Earth signs, what is in store? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the Earth signs. What's going on? Give us the 411. Earth. Earth signs. You guys are getting the Tower. Pause. Let's not get dramatic. A lot of this energy overall from everyone's readings is check the root. Check your roots before you rise in 2024, because you got to make sure that some of the roots are not rotten. Some of the roots are well nourished. And the Tower is unexpected chaos. I feel like there may be energies meddling with you, Earth signs. It can also be external situations that you are blindsided by. You are distracted by. This is not a week where you are to give in to your distractions. This is not a week where you are to do something foolish. Like if you know you need to be handling business, literally or figuratively, handle business. Don't go to that party. Don't play around with your time and energy. Spirit is saying, don't give people your information. And don't be a nosy person looking for people's information. If you have something to say, make sure it's productive and it comes from a space of love. Otherwise, don't say it at all. If it's not productive, it don't come from a space of love, don't say it at all. Spirit wants to make sure that if you smell smoke from around the corner, you smell smoke, make sure you put that smoke out before it turns into a real fire. So this is about addressing the things in your life that you may already know could be an issue, or you're like, oh, I really want to fix this. This is something that's been bothering me, or I know I need to improve in this. And some of you, what I'm getting here, Earth signs, some of you may be trying to rush to the next thing. Some of you may be trying to manifest the next thing. Some of you may not be very present, and so your mind is going on to the future, the task, what you're trying to create, what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to bring in, what other people are doing, what this person is doing, what happened in the past. And Spirit is saying, well, if you don't pay attention to the tower that you're building right now and making sure that as you put down the foundation, it is steady, it is stable. If you don't make sure of that, you can do something irresponsibly, carelessly, and the whole thing will be crumbling down. Also, you've gotten ample time to take care of business. Now it's time to revisit that business that needs to be taken care of and not ignored. And for a lot of you, that may mean exercising and flexing your solar plexus, your sense of willpower. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to handle something, you're going to commit to it, you're going to be disciplined, be consistent with that. Otherwise, you're lying to yourself. And when you're lying to yourself, you're proving to your own spirit you cannot be trustworthy. This now creates imposter syndrome. You're going to start thinking, I'm a fake. I can't even trust myself. I said I would do this, I didn't do it. I said I would handle this, I didn't handle it. Every time I'm trying to focus, I'm focusing on something else that is none of my business, that is not even helping me grow, expand, or prosper. For some of you Earth signs, that may mean actual literal people in your life that are monitoring your behavior, that are spying on you, that are gossiping about you, or that are fooling around in their own life and they're trying to bring you into their mess. Or they're trying to steal from you in some way. This could be a multitude of things. It could be literal theft. It could be energetic theft. It could be asking you stupid questions and then not following through. Tempting you to do things that are not necessarily in your character. It could be people praying for your downfall. Give it to God. Give it to your ancestors. Give it to source. I don't see where there is much emphasis on you needing to worry about this. I see this as scaling yourself back to center and focusing on what your priority is, which is yourself. The people that are not in your favor, that are not in alignment for you, they will follow themselves to their doom. The ops will lead themselves to their own sword and will fall by their own sword. So I don't even feel that there is any ritual work, energetic work. If you're a person that does that, you can absolutely do that. If you need the return to senders, if you need to deafen to my enemies, whatever, all the dramatics, if you do subtle energy work and you want to enforce boundaries in the astral realm, you want to close things off, you want to open things off, you want to call on some certain guys that are really great for this. Cutting cords would be phenomenal. But also knowing that you can reopen those portals. So it is very imperative that you live this week with integrity. That you handle any loose strings. If you said in the beginning of the year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, do it. If you're not feeling motivated, then you have every right to re-edit your goals or to restructure them so that they're more, you can approach them better. Okay? But there's something here that needs to be handled. There is a leakage in your energy field that if people are trying to, it could be, people can try to fester on with misery loves company, honey. And you're too busy going full speed ahead to even notice. Let me tell you, when you're able to take care of those loose ends, that leakage in your energy field, things are going to be coming to you so fast. That leakage could be cords in your solar plexus. It could be lies that you make to yourself. It could be giving people time, energy. I don't care if you need to block people, if you need to unfollow things, if you need to say, okay, I can't drink this anymore. This is no longer good for my body. Don't wear clothes that have holes in them, because that's metaphorical and literal loss of something, right? You're losing something through them holes. Cleanse your home, cleanse your space, right? Give yourself a cleansing. People who cannot fend for themselves, cannot source their own energy, cannot get their energy from source, they certainly going to try to come for you, honey. Again, this is stuff that we could do in the Akashic records. What are the soul contracts I have with these people? How do I close this up? How do I write a new soul contract? How do I get this team of guides to help me with this? Earth signs, love is coming. Community is coming. Harmony is coming. So you might want to look at leakages in the areas of money, in the areas of love. Okay? You also might want to close the past. So if you're talking to somebody, you entertaining somebody from the past, your mind's still going to somebody. No. If you're still doing habits that you did in the past, no. What is this message for earth signs? For love. Earth signs for love. What's going on here? So earth signs in love. Some of you guys are you're getting the self-love card. So this is about what are you avoiding in the metaphorical tower of self. In your own inner palace, what are you trying to avoid? What are you trying to deflect? What are the people from your past coming in for? What are you shining out to the world that's saying, I'm ready, I'm available for this, when really you want to be closed down to it? Okay? Think about that. It's giving the art of sensuality. Stay tuned for next month because I got a bonus for that. But save yourself. The way you can save yourself is focusing on yourself. Minding your business, drinking your water, slowing down, tending to loose ends. What are my blockages in love? How do I self-sabotage myself? How do I self-sabotage in relationships? What am I attracting in relationships? What is my old foundation? What is my old stories, my old core beliefs in how I relate to myself and how do I relate to other people? How do I let people take advantage of me? How does that show up? How do I take advantage of other people? Okay? Earth signs. You've got so much coming for you at the speed of light once you fix those energy leakages. You will start seeing progress. Them open roads can't open if you're the one that's blocking them roads. Divine partnership, unity, harmony, success, balance in your masculine and feminine energy. You need to ask yourself, am I avoiding my masculine energy? Am I working too much in my masculine energy and I need my feminine energy to balance this out? Is this all crumbling because I'm too much in my masculine, or is it all crumbling because I'm too much in my feminine? What needs balance? Okay? Last but not least, air. Air sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Air sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Hello. What's going on for them week of January 15th all the way to January 21st? Air signs. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Woo! Couple flew out. 9 of Cups just flew out. Air signs. When we see the 9 of Cups, it's fancy energy. It's energy where you are feeling confident, you're feeling assured, you are feeling unstoppable. 9 of Cups is you making requests to source and that request being delivered and you fully trusting that it's going to be delivered. You fully being in that space of hope. You know nothing else but hope. You know nothing else but the light, and we see that here. Okay? Something has shifted for you. Air signs. Maybe we can all take notes. Because this is not heavy lifting. This is like I put the desire in there and I make myself as open as I can to receive. I'm not even trying to do extra work. My extra work is opening myself up to receive, and when I get the inspiration, I'm gonna move on it. Okay, I'm not worried about time. I'm not worried about how. I'm not worried about when. I'm not worried about all that. I'm just sitting here enjoying my cups. I am enjoying my life. I'm full of gratitude. Air signs, makeover, celebration, full Venusian embodiment, full Venusian activation. Being activated and initiated by a goddess. Maybe you work with them. Maybe you didn't know you work with them. But the 9 of Pentacles is following the 9 of Cups. So you are certainly coming to an end of a chapter where all the work is going to be showing for itself. It's going to be stupendous. It is going to be magnificent. It is going to be bountiful. This week, you know, and I really do feel like this is actually giving me energy going into April. It's going into the new year. is going into you not really feeling like you're actually in the new year yet, but you're picking up the energy of the new year. So it could be Chinese New Year. It could be a astrological new year when we hit Aries. But it's like this sense of confidence that I know what I need to do, and when I need to do it, I'll do it. There is no, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I know how to listen to the signs. I know how to ask for clarity. I know how to receive the signs. I know how to receive my blessings. I know I am worthy. Rinse and repeat. Basically, I figured out the formula of life. That's what this is giving. And life will be giving. We see the Nine of Pentacles here as overflow, as a bountiful, as receiving the fruit of your labor. We see the Nine of Pentacles as feeling emotionally fulfilled. So it's not even so much, you will have physical representations of the work that you have done. And the outer world, they say, is a physical representation of the inner world. And your inner world just keeps on getting better and better. You keep on getting better and better in every way. There's a radiance in you, air signs, that is undeniable. And it could just be through your communication and faith in the spirit realm. That sense of hope. Maybe you ask for things and they show themselves to you. Maybe you've shifted some sort of energetic portal inside of you, and it's like, I no longer want to struggle. I no longer want to be like, oh, it's hard for me to get clarity. It's hard for me to get this intuitive thing. It's hard for me to get answers. It's hard for miracles to happen. You shift and you're like, everything's easy. We just make it hard. That's what I'm picking up on. So some of you guys are tapping into your alchemy bag easily. And with the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords connotates a sense of structure that brings you there. A routine that brings you there. Whether it's consistent prayer, consistent meditation, consistent journaling, consistent checking in, consistent somatic work, consistent therapy. Whatever it is working for you. And if you haven't figured it out, you're about to figure it out. There is a formula that you're about to walk into that is like, if I do this, I get these results. And all I got to do is do this all the time. I don't really get this back and forth. I don't know what to do. I got this challenge. Yeah, you're going to get challenges. Yeah, you're going to get obstacles. But you're going to know exactly how to apply your formula to these things so you can get the clarity that you need. Boom. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Please like, share, and subscribe for the time. And again, you do have that amazing discount. You get $111 off the Akasha course, both full payment and monthly payment plan. So it's just under $100 a month for the payment plan. And the course is immediately available. It is 6 weeks plus some pre-recorded questions and answers with me, and course material in there that is already accessible. I would say don't just do it all in one sitting, because that is a lot. Take your 6 weeks, or just keep it in the background if you need it, and whenever you need it to see it this year, go ahead and take the course. But it's already accessible, so you can start right away, and you can get the link for that. Discount is already applied. You can go ahead and start, and I will see y'all next week. Sending y'all so much love. Peace.